So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Because the best in the world is back, and the best in the world is standing in the middle of the ring, live and in living color.
There's nobody that can do what I do like I do. I am professional wrestling. You want to shoot, cowboy? Well, then settle up and let's ride!
And after 7 years, I can say, welcome everybody to the show that keeps wrestling real. Rant with Ant. I'm your host, the King of Talk Style, Anthony. And we have a little bit of a lineup change up. Usually I would kick it to someone else, but now we have a new co-host in the house. He is the Canadian Prince.
Oh, God.
Kyle Masters. Is that what you went by? Canadian Prince? Is that what we went by?
I think I'm pretty sure I did that. I think I did like a Sean Spears like type of logo too. I'm pretty sure. Oh God, Canadian Prince sounds awful. No, I'm not.
Well, it's like
I might need
I'm
to change
king,
that nickname.
You're the Prince. We'll let the friends of the show come up with like a nickname.
Yeah, let's change Prince, please.
Yes.
Ain't no Prince.
7 years. You know what's funny today? I keep thinking about when Stephen A. or whatever left. Shannon Sharp left Skip Bayless, and he was with Stephen A. Right?
Oh, right.
And Shannon was with Skip for 7 years, and like he was on the show with Stephen A. He said, "Listen, Skip," and then he went, "God damn it!" Right? And Stephen A. is like, 7 years. 7 years is a long time. And that's all I've been saying all day. 7 years. 7 years is a long time. But it's been 7 years. 7 years. So Rant with Ant was born on June 2015. Rant with Ant ended in June 2019. And Rant with Ant is back in June 2020.
You like the month of June, eh? You're big June guy.
Yes, I do. I'm a big June guy. I like the movie Juno. Yeah.
Great film. Great flick.
I love that movie.
Learned a lot from that movie.
But yeah, so I just want to give a breakdown. So me and Kyle will be doing Rant with Ant. It's going to be different. We're going to have some serious segments. We're probably going to get a little serious tonight. We're going to have some fun segments. Let me break down where everybody is. I still talk to Glenn G-Rod Rodriguez. He is killing it, moving to Washington, D.C., doing big thing, producing 2 movies. He is doing amazing. And G-Rod will be coming back on the show. Hell yeah. Next up is the Bearded Bunny Philium, who is still my best friend. That was his nickname.
We have great nicknames here.
Yeah, I just kept the King of Talk. I was like, let me come up with something else. No. Yeah. But Phil is doing well. He's doing a lot of like cosplay and stuff, which is awesome. And he's just doing his thing. He doesn't want to do the podcast, and that's fine. If I ask him every day, yo, you coming back? It's day 6 right now of me asking him, and I plan on asking him every day, and every day there's a different.
You just send a tweet out. No. Just send the tweet out every day with the Rant with Ant Twitter, just asking. Putting at Philly, will you come back?
We all know Phils are hypocrites, right? Yeah. We all know people named Phil are hypocrites, and they will come back eventually.
Yeah.
And then Issa, probably the only one with a good nickname, the Demon Diva. When we started Rant with Ant, and then she joined, she had 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. She is up to over 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. She is on Lucha Libre Online. She's killing the game, interviewing Charlotte in a sit-down interview. Like, what? I'm so proud of her. She does live streams. Hop in, talk to her, join her community. She's doing big things. And then me. Where have I been? Well,
where have you been?
For 7 years, I left Rant with Ant, right? And then I did the 5-second rule pod, which was super
best
fun.
podcast in the entire world.
And then I did Elite POV with Kyle, Phil, and Jackie. Shout out to Jackie as well.
Jackie.
And that was an amazing time. And it Jackie. It got me back into like the wrestle talk, and it was really fun. Like we had a great time doing it. And I'll get into why I stopped podcasting. And I think the thing that really helped me out was the show my wife and I do, Married to the Magic, it's a Disney one. We do vlogs and stuff like that. And it kind of pulled me out of like a dark place. But again, I'll get into that in a little bit. And really like reignited my passion for creating again. And I always felt this void of Rant with Ant. And when I was bringing it back, I was like, Issa's super busy, right? Issa's super busy. So she's not going to be a main character. G-Rod is busy doing his producing stuff. I know he can't be a main character. So in my head, I'm like, all right, well, it could be Phil, Jackie, or Kyle. Right? So I asked you. You said yes. I asked Phil every day. He says no. Jackie's not into it, but she might eventually be in an appearance. But there was like one person I needed that to definitely say yes, and it was you. And it's because we've worked together on eFeds, and we've worked together and on Elite POV, and we just have that same mind when it comes to creating. So tell the people a little bit about the Canadian Prince.
No, I'm not.
It's gonna stick.
I don't know if I like this nickname. It is the worst nickname in the entire world. But
Vince Prince.
Jesus Christ, man. But no, it's just I've been around the block and back. If anyone doesn't know, for people that don't, I guess I should introduce myself for people I guess don't know. A lot of people that are probably listening to this do know. They probably know about my Elite POV days. They probably don't know that I actually used to wrestling podcast back in the day, way back in the day. I started a wrestling podcast with two of my buddies from the city I live in now. Way back, I think this was like 2014. And we started a wrestling podcast called No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast. And we literally started from ground zero. When I say ground zero, I mean we were in my living room with my iPhone, I think 4 on voice memo, recording us three huddled around it. That was how we started that podcast, and it grew into buying equipment, buying mics, all that stuff, because we got serious about it. And there's some people that are probably listening to this that actually were some of my first fans. Like one, I know now, I can't say her gov name. She doesn't want me to ever use her gov name, which is fine. But she goes by Cupid Girl 125, I think, on Twitter. She was like our first fan that discovered us online. Yep. And I still talk to her. Yeah, I still talk to her to this day. She's in the eFed community that I run. So I've been around the block when it comes to podcasting. I've been guests on podcasts. I've hosted, co-hosted. Elite POV was probably the greatest time ever. I loved our trips that we had. We did a couple of wrestling trips, and it was just a really, really good time. So that for people that are new to this, you're coming into two people who have been around the block and back with podcasting, but we wanted to come together and make this, and we don't want it to be like what you hear out. Like, we don't want to be the same as what you're hearing out there. There's too many formulaic podcasts out there that are all about breaking shit down that you just literally watched. And why would you want to listen to something you just watched? Like, we'll talk about something. Like, we're going to have a discussion, but we're not going to sit here and review the match from point A to point B. We're going to talk about shit, and we're going to say shit. So we're not going to be so like, suit and tie, and we're gonna
we're not
silly.
Interviewing wrestlers. Like, I don't give a shit.
And we're not gonna be serious all the time. We're gonna be silly. We're gonna drop F-bombs. We're gonna do all of that. And we just wanted to bring more. We want it to be a place where you can listen to, where you can hear discussions about wrestling, because it is pro wrestling and it is one of the greatest sports on the planet. But we also want it to be fun. We want it to be exciting for you guys to actually enjoy listening to it and not be bored out of your fucking mind and waiting for us to break something that's funny. So I'm excited for this. I was so happy when Ant came to me about this, because I was a big fan of actually with Rant with Ant back in the day. Before I even knew him, I knew about his podcast. And
that's because I stole your table in Brooklyn when I was hammered drunk.
But I knew of you before that, and then I ended up sitting next to you at that bar. And had no idea.
McMahon's.
Yeah, McMahon's.
For Summer Rant, and I was gone. You
were toast.
I was totally gone.
Yeah. You didn't. You asked, like, but you were taking it at the
same
time.
Homeboy, can I use that table?
You didn't even let me answer yes. You were taking it already.
I was like, Roman, that chair's mine. You're just pointing to everything. That bartender, Allison's mine. You know what I mean? Shout out to Allison the McMahons. I wonder if she's still there. $8 tab. It was the best. $8 tab. But yeah, so we're like, you said it exactly right. Like, what we're trying to do is just have fun. Now, obviously, why did I disappear from Rant with Ant has been a question. Well, my when I was doing Rant with Ann, I had Ella, who was my baby girl. She was 4. She's now 11. And Francesca was just being born. My wife was pregnant with Francesca, my baby, who's now 6.
Damn.
So, life changed. My brother ended up getting really sick. For those who know that, Wrestle Addict, we did Crushing Cancer. My brother ended up passing. It put me in a super dark place, and Kyle and Phil and them helped me get out of it. But it wasn't until this year that I actually got out of it. I did a lot of work on my physical health, my mental health. And now that, I've said shit to people that I didn't mean. But when you're depressed and doing with shit, you don't care what you're saying to people. And that's where I was, and it was hurting my career, it was hurting relationships, it was hurting, just random shit. I would just go off and say like crazy shit because I just wasn't happy and I didn't care about the outcome.
Yeah.
When I started working on myself and I'm like, hey, like what does my decompression look like, right? And it just kept going back to wrestling because those were the times that I associated all of my friends that I have now with.
Yeah.
You and Phil being my best friends and talking to Jackie and Carrie still and Rob and like the people I talk to are because of wrestling. And I stopped watching wrestling and it just didn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Why did I stop watching? So I started watching a little bit and then I'm like, what else made me happy? Podcasting. It was my mental escape, right? That was my escape. So as we were doing the Disney stuff, I'm like, man, I would talk about Rant with Ann a lot. I would talk about it a lot. And I'm like, dude, I think I want to do this. And like, this wasn't like an overnight decision. Like I didn't talk to anyone about this. I talked to Kyle about it last week. This has been going for 2 months. I've been like walking like 4 miles a day and every single day it was, what will it look like? How would I do it? What would I do differently? And when I pitched it to Kyle, he was in. So, like I said, like it's an open chair. If Issa wants to come on, if G-Rod wants to come on, if Phil wants to come on, if Jackie wants, like whoever's been a part of this community that I've kind of have of friends that came through wrestling, like their chair is always there. Like we're gonna have guests eventually, but it's not going to be your everyday wrestling podcast. So
there's too many of those. Way too many.
There's way too many of that. And here's an example.
1, 2, is this on?
Hello, my name is Paul. You may know me as Triple H, but lately I've been fighting a different kind of opponent. So I feel like Quadruple H. And let me tell you, it doesn't tap out easy. I always told you it's time to play the game. And honestly, there's one game I don't want to play with. Hemorrhoids. But with preparation, Triple H by Triple H, you can not only soothe the pain, shrink the swelling, you will also have your bottom at a whole different pedigree. 'Cause I got 2 words for ya. Ass cream. You have the authority to bring this evolution to your crack. So don't be a degenerate. Beat the Big H with Triple H, and you can bet your ass will feel better.
And you're going to get a lot more of those horrible, horrible impressions here on Rant with Ann. But you know what I miss the most about wrestling? The art of the promo. Can we talk about promos? Can we talk about promos? I remember coming home and just wanting to watch Stone Cold Steve Austin open up every single Raw, or The Rock, or, but like those are great promos. I want to talk about the evolution of the promo because went from like Dusty.
No, sorry.
Triple H was just on. Yeah. He was just here. He's chafing with his hemorrhoids. You got to leave him alone. But the evolution of the promo, you went from Dusty Rhodes, like he'd like talking about like, I have a son at home and he needs diapers, baby, so I gotta be like real shit, right? I gotta beat your ass because
he's
my
gonna
baby
be
needs
WWE champion one day. I'm telling you,
he's gonna cry every time he says Papa, right? And then you had Ric Flair, who was like the swag guy, like talking about having the Gators, and it was like amazing, right? You're like, man, promos were awesome, like it made sense. Then the late 80s, early 90s happened where people were just saying shit. And they were using keywords like, let me tell you something, dude, or come on, Jack. Like, what? I've never called someone Jack.
Brother. I think that's where like brother started. Nowadays, like brother's like a big like. Everyone uses the term brother at any point. Like in a normal conversation in the store, you'll hear like a guy that has like
brother.
a camo shorts and like the fucking flame t-shirt. He'll call you brother.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
Yeah, what's up, brother?
I do it all the time. I'm guilty of it. But like then that time period was just so weird. Like you had the Ultimate Warrior just like hyperventilating like Darth Vader just ran a marathon. Right, and the warrior. Like, shut up, bro. It was so bad, but people fucking loved it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're just juiced up to the gills, yelling. Macho Man, I will say, Macho Man Piper, love their promos, right?
Oh yeah, Piper was a king. Like that
Hogan was a good promo. Hogan's a piece of shit, right? Ask Tex Henderson, but it was so elevated. It was like it's just like every jock that you'd like they write bad about, it was that.
It was. But Piper was like he was like the original Stone Cold. He's like a mix of like Stone Cold and like CM Punk now. If you like to put those like two together, you pop out Roddy Piper. Like he just had a way of just I don't know what it was about. I can't put my finger on the way Roddy Piper would do a promo and make you like glued to your screen. Like I didn't believe it at first when I was first told about him, and then when I can't remember exactly what promo it was, but the very first Roddy Piper promo I ever watched, I was like, at the end of it, I was like, holy shit! Like I was glued. I did not want to like. I didn't want to
captivating.
I was so invested in everything he was saying, and it was just. He was ultimately the king. I think he's still.
And then Hogan comes on and he's like, and let me tell you something,
Eat
brother.
your fucking
Jesus
vitamins.
looked down on me. Jesus looked down on me and said, listen, Jack, you got to slam that no good stinking giant in front of 5,000 people. You know, like brother. Well, it was actually 95,000 people. The number grows every time. My favorite Hogan lie is that he wrestled 450 days out of the year because he would travel to Japan. Because time zones. Yeah, he wrestled 450 days.
Yeah, okay, brother.
Because he was in time. Yeah. Another one is that he was the bass player for Metallica. They asked him to be the bass player, and he had to turn it down.
Oh, okay.
And then they asked Metallica, and they're like, no, we never asked Hulk Hogan. But
it was that stand back video that did it for them, right? They saw that stand back. It literally, like, oh, this guy's it.
And then God said, listen, Jack. And I'm like, God doesn't call anyone Jack, you know?
He's even called Jack, brother.
But like, bro, it just, before Stone Cold, promos were kind of, like, it went through that evolution where it was really good with Flair and Dusty, like, because Dusty was just so relatable because he just looked like the guy that you would stand behind the grocery store getting like, listen, baby, I got 12 dozen eggs. They're on sale for 15 cents. Do you need some milk? That's on sale as well, baby. You should probably hit the milk guy. The dairy aisle's on fire. It's a scorcher back there.
And promos for the 90s were almost like the same too. Like it's all about like you're either talking about them disgracing the country that they're from, that the heel, the face was from, because the fight would usually be in the face's hometown, or it would be about the territories, because they're all about the territory. Like I just remember like watching these old promos, and it was either about one thing or the other.
Warfare.
Yeah.
It was like Tupac and Biggie before. Yeah. Before Tupac and Biggie.
A perfect example.
But that shit was real.
The perfect example is the Iron Claw movie. Like I know like it was a movie, but like the promos they did was like the same promo every single time. Like it was either about you run your mouth. Yeah, you run your mouth about my family. I'm gonna beat your shit out of you.
Yeah. I just feel like the big guys were always trying to be too intimidating. Like Sid Vicious. Bro, Sid Vicious was the king of fucking promos up. The one time when he's like, oh, all right, start over. And Mean Gene's like, we're live, pal. But one of my favorite Sid Vicious segments is, did you ever see when Goldberg crushes his car? And he's standing on a flat car,
God,
and he's just going, Goldberg, Goldberg, Goldberg.
Oh my God.
He's like jumping up and down, bro. Sid Vicious was like, I'm half as smart as you think I am and shit. Like, he would say the craziest shit. But again, that was, people ate that shit up. Like, realistically, right? Like, Hogan was a good promo because he would sell the match. He would get you hyped up.
Yeah, well, no one was doing it like him back then. So like that
was
like,
just such a weird.
Yeah.
Everyone had to be like yelling and like aggressive, right? And I feel like, and then Bret Hart came and his promo was kind of boring. And I'm a Bret Hart guy, but like you just had the ultimate warrior talking about spaceships abducting people, and then Bret Hart's like, I'm gonna kick your leg. You know, I'm gonna kick your leg. And then Owen would go,
leg.
you ever see WrestleMania 10?
Yes.
You're Canadian. This should be Bible for you. Owen Hart beats Bret, right? All-time match. My favorite all-time match. And he has this wad of spit in the corner of his mouth that he can't get out. And he's like, that makes no sense. You can tell he's like living off adrenaline. And he's like, and that's why you have a bad leg. And that's why I kicked your leg out of your leg.
Yeah.
I kicked your leg out of your leg.
That's an all-timer. An all-timer.
It's classic.
Yeah.
It's classic. But I wanted to like kind of spin this back, right? Because we're talking about the old school promos and how they've changed. And then, The Rock and Austin and Cena. I think Cena's really one of the best promo workers of all time.
Yeah.
Because he could go with anybody.
I mean, he's this generation's Hogan. Like he clearly he was a current version of what Hogan's promo would have been like if Hogan was in John Cena's prime.
And they had that same Hogan had that yelling style, but if the style changed, but exactly, it was kind of like that was he'd go to his catchphrases, hustle, loyalty, respect.
The face of the company would be a patriotic,
prayers and vitamins.
Very patriotic.
He was a Marine.
Yeah,
no, he was in the movie The Marine.
No, he was a Marine. Man. He's for sure a Marine.
I love John Cena, but he is like the stolen valor king. Like, brother, you weren't there.
Although, I did like 12 Rounds. I'm not gonna lie. 12 Rounds was a good movie. I don't know why.
All
it was
WWE movies. You ever see my movie? I was a fucking chaperone. I told those kids I'll turn that goddamn bus around.
Hilariously, it was actually in the movie theaters here. I know Punk said it went straight to DVD, but it was in the movie theaters here for about a week and a half, and then it was gone.
Listen, WWE movies have always stunk. Realistically, they've always been the shit.
WWE films have been awful. They have See No Evil got its flowers a little bit.
Because Kane. Because Kane was good.
Well, Kane was the perfect horror movie character. That's the only reason
why
that
today
worked.
Too with his political movies. Who would have thought the Big Red Machine was actually his whole affiliation the whole time? Jesus. But yeah, so I want to spin the block and talk about the promos today, because I feel like kind of what's missing in wrestling today is coming out, opening I was excited for WWF to have Austin or The Rock or Triple H or somebody grab the mic to start. You always started with the promo, right? And then when 10 and 11 and 12 happened, I was excited for Punk because he was the hot thing to grab the mic and just talk. Today, it doesn't really feel that way. I think there's a couple great promos. I think Roman Reigns has elevated his game.
Oh, he's come a long way.
7 years ago, you can go back on old Rant with Ant episodes, and all I said was, you did it with his cousin, The Rock. People were chanting for this dude to die. And then you said, you know what? Just be Dwayne.
Yeah.
And he was the most polarizing figure in your company. They finally let Roman be Joe, right? They finally let him be the cool, badass motherfucker that he is without forcing them down their throats. And he became an expert on the expressions, the way he talks, his cadence, the aggressiveness. We are the ones. Acknowledge
Tribal
me.
Chief, man. That's the greatest gimmick thing they could have done with him, man. They got rid of the horrible big dog. It was just getting stale, and then they did the shit with the dog food, which is still the worst thing.
I think that was one of the last episodes around with him.
What are we doing here?
These other ring posts and Baron Corbin. I'm going to take the good lucha things. I remember that Kalisto promo. Baron. It all started because he fucked up Baron Corbin's name.
Oh,
that's why the whole thing went off rails.
If
you watch it, he's and Baron Corbin, and he's like, Baron, I'm here to stay and make good lucha things. And you're like, Baron Corbin really tripped him up.
God.
Really tripped him up. What's his name now? Bishop Dyer?
He's actually going back. I read a report that he's going back. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, he's going to be Baron Corbin again.
You know what? We're on the things of promo. Someone who I think cuts a great promo, he annoys the shit out of me, though, is Enzo.
Oh, yeah. I saw this.
Enzo, he's quick-witted. He throws jabs, but he's going, the rumor is he's going back, but he's a great promo. My favorite promo right now, I don't think anybody's on the level of the devil. MJF. Yeah. When he's not doing the low-hanging fruit shit, because I will say sometimes he bites into that low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
The one after the Texas death match with Hangman, when he's in the back, bloody,
so good,
holding the belt.
So good.
Brother, that reminded me of like a Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair. That's why I brought this segment up, because I was like, dude, you just took me in a time machine. And he was just talking about how great he is, but yet acknowledging, what he's been through and how this is just the beginning because he's 30 years old. And just the intensity and, kind of giving flowers to Hangman as he still rips him to shreds.
Yeah.
It was just perfect. And I think MJF, when he's locked in like that, I don't think anybody's close. No,
he literally elevates that belt more than I think people give him credit for. Like, people do give him credit, but I think that championship, when it's around him, means a lot more, but also it is bigger than when it's around someone else. Like, no offense to Darby. Darby is an incredible stage acrobat. Absolutely. The guy could be in Cirque du Soleil tomorrow if he wanted to. The guy is insane at what he does, puts his body in the line for the damn company, literally almost died climbing Mount Everest, and he got his flowers and his due because he literally is a day oneer and, deserved to be at least world champion once. But, like, when you got MJF there, man, it's just like, you have to put the belt on that guy. That guy is just your number one right now in that company. As much it's crazy that I'm saying that because my two boys are Ospreay and Kenny. MJF's number one. There's no questions asked. I think he's the number one guy in that company, hands down.
It's because he can talk.
Yeah.
Because here's my knock on Kenny. And I love Kenny. Kenny Omega is a god to me. His promos.
Oh, God.
Stink.
Yeah. I know they do. They are. Oh, yeah.
They stink.
Yeah, they stink. Straight up, they stink. They're not great.
Kenny Omega is the man. Like, he is, like, for real.
The god of pro wrestling.
He is the greatest wrestler. He's the greatest pro wrestler I've seen, maybe besides Bryan Danielson. But he is that, like, Mount Rushmore of in-ring performers for me. Like, I'm like Bret Hart, Danielson, Omega, and probably... That's the fourth one's tough.
Yeah, you can fit a lot of people in that fourth one.
I don't think Punk's that great. Ospreay is amazing, but like
he's still got a long way to go. I think to be anywhere close to a Mount Rushmore. Like he's great, but he's still got lots to do.
Omega, Danielson, Bret Hart, and probably Shawn Michaels. Let's be real, probably Shawn Michaels. Yeah. And I'm not even an HBK guy, but Flowers. You know what I mean?
I mean, Ospreay's my boy, but to be real, we're now in that period where we have to see what he does now, especially because he had that brutal neck surgery that not a lot of people come back from. If he can do this in it, like he's already looking great since back from this neck surgery and the stuff he's doing with the Death Riders. But like now is this transitionary period. Okay, you can't do everything you used to be able to do because you've had this surgery, or else you'll end your career. Let's see how you transition that into working a little bit of a different style and where you can. We'll see what you can do with it. Like, can you still be great wrestling this style? So we're in that kind of, I think.
And I think he can period. because sometimes a lot of that stuff he did was kind of not uncalled for, but not needed. Yeah. I think Ospreay's promo has gotten better. I think the two guys I look at with promos in AEW are Mox and MJF.
Yeah,
they're my guys. Like, and WWE. It's Roman. I think Drew McIntyre has improved so much. In 7 years since I've been gone, McIntyre improved tremendously.
You know who had a great promo, but I think he's kind of lost his fire, and it's not his fault. It's just the way he's been booked. Is LA Knight. When he was on fire, he was hitting on all. I feel like he was hitting on all his promos, and he was really like doing fantastic. But now, like, I'm listening to his promos now, you can tell that he's like lost a little bit of like desire.
Unpopular opinion. I think LA Knight is Stone Cold meets The Rock knockoff.
Yeah,
and I
he
don't
is.
like it at all.
Yeah.
And I don't think he should be a world champion because I don't think he has a original idea of his own. That's just me. Even his finisher starts to look like a stunner. That's just me. I'm not trying to hate. Like I'm not an LA Knight guy. I'm sorry. I would pick Jey Uso over LA Knight, and I think Jey Uso has been cheeks lately in the ring. But it's the promos that I'm really like missing in pro wrestling. Like I really do. And I'll circle back. Darby's title reign. Darby's not the best talker. He's great at vignettes. Like his vignettes. Yeah. That's what, and I like that. Like you cover up his weakness by showing his strength, his editing and producing skills, and it's like cinematic. His title reign, I was very bummed when they took the title off MJF, but I'll tell you what, that was a fun little run he had, like 4 or 5 defenses back to back to back. It was fun. It was fun as hell. Jericho. Let's talk about Jericho. Since he's gotten back, he's just
Jericho, apparently, because he keeps getting announced by Jericho.
Like, pretty soon he'll be like Prince and change his name to a symbol.
He'll just be Chris. Just Chris.
Talk is Jericho, baby. Yeah, well, I don't know. Jericho, he's playing his greatest hits. So
yeah, he's
whatever.
At the end.
I always thought he was a good promo. I'll tell you, WWE, another person who I think, well, obviously Punk. I love Punk's promos have been great. But another person I've seen really step up, and his promo was the weakest part of his game, was Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, to me, and there's a question we're going to get asked later, and Seth Rollins is probably going to be my answer. Okay. I yearn to see them take the leash off of Seth Rollins because... my God, I think he could be the greatest worker in the world. I really do. I think he's that athletic that he would be on Ospreay's Omega's level of amazingness because his ring IQ, his athletic ability, his charisma, like that's where I think he would be over Ospreay and Omega is on the mic. Like you have what could be one of the greatest of all time, and you don't let him go much.
You know, it's weird with him. It's almost I don't know if it's just me or if other people feel it out there, but I feel like this version of Seth Rollins where he's like doing his thing, it feels way too like
I hated it.
Over exaggerating and like he's forcing it too much. It doesn't feel natural. Like it feels way too forced to me, and it doesn't seem like Seth Rollins. It seems like they're trying to push the heel on him too much. It's almost like the heel Becky at the same time. Like it feels like it's just way too forced and it's not. It just
natural. Does. But heel Becky just doesn't work.
No, it feels heel way Becky too forced.
Doesn't work. But I mean, we're sitting here and we're like trying to brainstorm who great promos are, and like, here's the thing. You know why so many people are with Don Callis is because that's what they're missing is promo abilities.
Yeah, and Don can talk for them.
I think Kyle Fletcher is going to be the next breakout star because his promo in the past year is dynamite now. Like, Kyle Fletcher's the next big thing in pro wrestling. Yeah. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that dude's world champ, like, in the next year or two. Swerve has gotten better with promos. Sometimes he still stumbles up a little bit. I think, personally, I prefer AEW to WWE. I like the promo styles better. But Swerve's I just missed the days, even WCW.
Yeah, I was going to say, Swerve's kind of like Darby in a sense now. Like, he is finding his rhythm in game when he's doing these, like, cinematic vignettes, too. Like, the stuff he just did with Bandito, stuff he did with Hangman, with all, like, the burning house stuff and everything like that. Like, I think his element, like, he can cut promo when he does stumble a bit. You're right. I think his mojo is doing these, like, sadistical, like, just absolutely... I'm going to go fucking burn your house kind of videos and in promos where like you can have takes to it, you know, and it's not a live mic. You can redo it if you have to and look a little bit more cynical when you're doing it. Like just he's found that element, I think, when he's doing these things. It looks like they're kind of leaning on that too. So
but that's good. Yeah. That's what you like. Because his match with Bandito is my favorite match on Double or Nothing.
It was a great match.
It was my favorite match on Double or Nothing. It was my favorite match. That and Takeshita versus Okada.
Oh God, that was so good.
Takeshita, man, is unreal. Like this is what I'm saying is I will keep up with WWE. I have not watched a full WWE show, and this is me being transparent with everybody. It's not 100% for me. Now, as people know, I'm a Punk mark. Like I love CM Punk, so I'm always keeping up with him. I like Rhea Ripley. Jade looked great yesterday. Jade looked really good for like. I'm so proud because Jade was my girl.
Yeah.
Like that's day one.
She
you know
signed
this.
your tit. She literally signed your tit.
She signed my tit.
Yeah, there is
Now I'm
video
trying to lose
evidence
them.
of her signing
Of her
your
signing
boob.
him. Yeah. And then and she was down for it.
Yeah.
She and then she signed my figure Step on Me.
Yeah.
Which was even better. But no, Jade, she's like having great matches too now. But I do keep up with WWE, but I just feel like sometimes the show is not for me.
Yeah.
And that's fine because I might not be their target audience. I am an Attitude Era baby, right? Like that's where I was born and bred in pro wrestling was Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Warzone versus WCW Nitro. You turn it on, you'd watch Rey Mysterio or Eddie Guerrero or Ultimo Dragon in the cruiserweights. And then you would flip the channel and Stone Cold would be coming out talking shit. And it was the golden era of pro wrestling. Like it really was. And there was a lot of bad shit in the Attitude Era. Like I think we look at it through rose glasses. Like I would say 80% of it sucked. But the 20% that was great, it was the best wrestling of all time.
I mean, the Attitude Era really had just a few things that you kind of tuned in for every week. That was the stuff with The Rock, the stuff with Triple H.
And we were all prepubescent boys,
yeah.
so, you know,
And then,
where's Sable and Sonny? And well, Sonny's
besides
in jail
that, you
now.
look back, everything else did suck. It was like mid at best at sometimes. Everything else was just terrible. Because if you ever go back and watch like an episode of like Raw's War from like 98 or 99, and you take out the stuff you wanted to watch it for, it was dog shit. It was
What
awful.
was like that theme song?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I always used to think it said Raw is war, but I don't think it did.
I think he does.
Oh,
I don't know what he
maybe I was right.
It's just like it's like, okay, we get it.
It's awful. It's so bad. And then, like it had that annoying like. Fucking, like
all
weird
the
sound.
theme songs. X-Pac had the
oh my god.
and then it was just the Generation X theme remix.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You think you can
like,
tell us
it
what
wa-
to do?
best is when that band tried to do the Star Spangled Banner or whatever. And it was so awful. It was so bad. Get these assholes off my stage.
Jesus Christ. Vince
Yeah,
McMahon, what a mess.
Speaking of assholes, you watch that Hogan documentary?
Oh man.
I
Bro.
hate Netflix because they never paint people as the assholes that they really are.
It
like
was-
they like try to make you feel bad for them.
It did.
And it's like I don't feel bad for this jabroni.
It's like I already seen
Like-
this
like
shit
we-
through the Vince documentary. Like I don't need to see this again.
Exactly. And we just watched The Crash, and they're like trying to like convince me that this girl's not a bad girl. Like I could tell by the first 5 seconds of seeing you that you have no parents in your life. They don't give a shit what you do. And I'm like, just don't paint it as like, oh, it could have been an accident. Like she was guilty.
He said the N-word,
Like-
so he is guilty. What the
Like
hell?
Hogan's a known racist, piece of shit who not only is he racist and horrible as a human being, he was horrible in the business to his peers.
Yeah.
Like it is a known fact that dude would do anything to put you down.
Yep. Just ask Bret Hart about
Like
it. He'll tell you.
Bret Hart hates everybody.
Him
My
and-
favorite
I think
Bret
him and
Hart
Goldberg
thing
are
is
like the.
no, it's not Goldberg. It's not
Okay.
Goldberg.
No.
It's Bill Goldberg.
Oh, Bill Goldberg.
You know who the piece of shit is? Bill Goldberg. It's like, all right, Brett, you're using his full government,
Yeah.
and you suck at
Technically,
football.
it's
like, all
technically
right.
it's William Goldberg, but
Yeah, he's like, when you get in a ring with a menace like Bill Goldberg, it's like nobody calls him Bill Goldberg, Brett.
yeah. What are you, his dad?
He still calls Jericho Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
'cause he
Christopher
uses
Jericho.
everyone's first name. He uses everybody's
Yeah.
name. Brett, I strive to be the bitter asshole that Bret Hart
He
is.
probably calls him Dave Batista.
Yeah, he's Dave
He's
Batista.
Dave Batista. He's Dwayne the Rock
CM
Johnson.
CM Punk's Phil Punk.
Yeah. Phil Punk.
Bill Goldberg though is my favorite. Bill Goldberg. It's like, okay, nobody's ever called him Bill Goldberg.
No.
Ever in wrestling. He's only been Goldberg. It's wild though how much wrestling has changed where like the promos in the back at AEW I still like a lot. It gives you that old school feel. WWE does them too sometimes. But I just miss the 20-minute promos.
Yeah.
And like, dude, we got it in AEW. Like when Punk was there, and I hate to reference that because I know everyone's like, well, he's not there anymore. The Punk versus MJF was the most excited I've been for a promo.
Oh, yeah.
And then him and Eddie Kingston and like
Eddie's a guy that makes it feel real no matter what. No matter who he's facing, those promos feel like this guy's just straight shooting the whole time.
Right?
Yeah.
It's you don't know what's like he blurs that line. AEW just signed another great promo from WWF back in the day. Mick Foley.
Oh man. That's a
Mick
wild
Foley
signing.
can make anything feel big, man.
Yeah. That was smart to do too. There's good marketing wise that they did that for the New York show, right? That was smart on AEW's part to bring him in for that. And then I didn't think they were going to do what they did. I didn't think they were going to bring him in the ring with MJF. I was like, holy shit, we're going just full hard right off the bat here. Yeah. I thought he was just going to be with Renee and that was going to be it.
The pep talk to Darby.
Yeah. Oh, like, yeah.
Mick Foley can evoke emotions like nobody else. Like, and it's that Eddie Kingston, like it's believable. Like, you know that it's coming from, and like you said, that's the problem right now at LA Knight. You know it's not coming from a spot. Like,
no.
Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. We lost Bray. Like, Bray was always my favorite promo.
So creative.
Because you believed it.
Yeah.
Like, you believe that this dude turned into the Fiend.
I'm convinced he didn't have a writing team.
Everything was believable.
I'm so convinced that it was him going to the writers and saying, hey, this is what I'm saying. This is not what you're saying. I'm saying all this. Like, that guy had the most creative mind ever when it came to promos. Like, I find it hard to believe that anything came from the writing team with that.
I'm really bummed about the Wyatt 6 as well.
That was shocking.
I had high hopes from, and like they had like their own house at Halloween Horror Nights in Universal.
Our buddy Wade was telling me about that. Yeah,
and that, like I hope that he can continue Wyndham's legacy somewhere. I don't know. AEW does not do well with those kind of characters unless it's Darby, because Darby does it.
Yeah, but
like,
even Darby's not dark, right? He's not that dark.
A little bit,
but he's not as dark as like they had like the
Malachi.
Yeah, like, and it didn't work. Like, it wasn't hitting like it was supposed to, and
Malachi didn't want to.
Yeah, and they kind of tried it. They kind of tried it with the women too, and it didn't work. They changed it, and just the Triangle of Death just became this like badass woman group. They still like spit black mist and stuff, but they're not like dark anymore. They're just like grungy.
So, are we seeing wrestling go away from dark characters? Like, is it because that was all the craze? Are we seeing wrestling take that turn now? Like, everyone wanted to be dead or
like
dug
like
up
an E-Fed.
Or dude, like, everyone that signed up for the E-Fed's like, I want to be Bray Wyatt mixed with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. I want to be the Undertaker mixed with Bret Hart, but I dress like Kane.
And then there's cocaine and blue cane. There's so many canes. There's all the canes.
There is a Gain one. It's gay. The word
my
gay
favorite one.
And Kane put together, and it's the best one ever. And especially this month, it'd be freaking amazing. I wonder if he's gonna pop up somewhere.
Happy Pride Month to everybody. Yeah, dude, that I'm so glad that they're making fun of this fucking dude now.
Yeah, Finger 11 Kane was like my favorite Kane.
For sure.
I want to ride. It's very butt rock song.
For sure. But
Finger 11.
Like, I'm so glad that
they're playing like random shows.
I think he's trying to sue them and shit. Like, it's fucking.
Dude, Finger 11 are still a band. They still play like random shows up here.
Really?
They play like random, like not like. You pay like $10 to go into a fair and see a stage up here.
The 4-H fair.
Yeah, and you got
it's like
Finger 11's playing.
Pet the pigs.
Everyone's like, oh, who?
Yeah, and then they play that one song, and they're like, "Isn't this Kane's theme song?"
It's like, oh, my grandpa used to listen to that.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about, like, we just brought up Malachi.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the recent WWE releases and who we can see going to AEW. There's two people that
I know where you're going with this already.
Pray and hope every day.
I think they
because not only are they two amazing people, they're two amazing wrestlers, and in my eyes, they're the greatest WWE tag team of all time.
Yep.
And that's the New Day. And I've yearned for a New Day Bucks match. I've yearned for New Day versus the FTR, like this version of FTR. I yearn for the New Day versus Edge and Christian, and he's still Edge to me. I'm not going to call him Adam Copeland.
He's
been Edge all of my adult life.
It's actually Cage and Cope, not Cope and Cage.
He's Edge.
Dude, this asshole Christian gimmick is the best thing ever invented.
It's the best.
It's so great.
It's almost as good as your father. Your father.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, man.
No, he's just an asshole on purpose.
Yeah, he's no shit's given. But like, that's what I like. There's the tag team division in AEW, and this is, I know WWE's trying to revamp their tag team division, but then you just let New Day and
Motor City Machine Guns. I guarantee both of them are going to be in AEW. 100%.
I almost said motor shitty machine. Motor
shitty machine gun.
Yeah. You ever listen to Motorhead? But the tag division is lacking in WWE. Division's been a thing, and like everyone's getting hurt. And I feel like when Judgment Day was a thing, everyone was getting hurt. And you can't blame that. But when I watch tag team wrestling in AEW, it is my favorite thing about AEW. I'm not gonna lie.
And you have big teams in AEW. Like, I'm telling you right now, if you name me teams in WWE, and are they not trying to pin AEW against WWE here, but are they as good as of a team as what's in AEW right now? Not like Division. They're not as big as they're not as big as anyone in AEW.
No.
Like the Usos are not even tagging anymore, barely.
To me, the Usos were one of my favorite tag teams in WWE of all time, and
they were.
It's again, I do think they have the talent. I think WWE has a lot of talent where they could throw people together. Like, my favorite tag team was the Bar when they just threw Sheamus and Cesaro together. Like, you have the ability to create tag teams.
Beat the shit out of everybody every night. Like, that was their thing.
Keith Lee and Swerve in AEW.
Yeah.
Like, that was fun. But then the Acclaim, like, AEW has had these organic tag teams. The Guns.
Yeah. They're so fun. They're so fun. They're a fun team. Such a fun team. Like, they
Jurassic Express when Luchasaurus, like, they have so many because they sign tag teams.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, you can create tag teams. It does work.
Yep.
But the focus isn't on tag team wrestling in WWE. Everything feels rushed for tag team wrestling. The only tag team wrestling they really do is like, okay, we're going to team Rollins and Logan Paul against whoever they're feuding with. And it's not generic. It's not like it's generic tag team wrestling. It's not real tag team wrestling where, the Hart Foundation was fighting the Rockers and you know what I mean? Like, New Age Outlaws were fighting the Brood and Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, the Hardy brothers, and 3D. And
that's kind of what's happening in AEW right now with AEW, because like right now, like tag warfare is like the Dogs, you have the Death Riders, you have the Don Callis family. Like, there's like these groups in tag teams, and it's like warfare right now. Like they're all kind of fighting the same, and like right now it's FTR and Cage and Cope. Like, they're not done with each other either.
It was Edge and Christian.
ENC. And then the Bucks are going to be intertwined there. But now the New Day for sure coming in, because they've teased it heavily at these cons that they're at. And they literally go out of their way to videotape Xavier Woods going nuts on people wearing Kenny Omega shirts.
Not the first time.
Yeah.
He's been recorded going nuts on someone.
Definitely not. No. These 2 videos in a row now where he's like doing a selfie video with someone wearing a Kenny Omega shirt, and he goes out of his way to like rip him apart. Okay, this guy's coming in. Like, we are definitely getting the Bucks against the New Day at All In, 100%.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about do the Wyatt 6 fit. Can they do something?
It's so tough.
Uncle Howdy, and it won't be Uncle Howdy. They could just call him Howdy, but can he? And I think Bo Dallas has that creative gene where he can, but does it hit as hard not being where Wyndham was, where Bray Wyatt was? And I don't think it does, right? And that's where I'm like, man, I really want to see them extend the story, but I don't know if it would work there. And
no, it might be a TNA thing, like, because TNA is, I mean, it's still WWE, but like a lot of castaways that don't want to go to AEW and are more the WWE style will try to sign with TNA. TNA would be the company to put on that level of production and keep the gimmick alive, because I think they'd focus on that because they have that stuff with like Rosemary there and stuff like that. I think they'd be
like a main player too.
Yeah,
they'd be one of the main players, like for real, because they do have such a following.
I would throw the bag at them.
Another dark character, which I think will probably go to TNA, is Malachi.
Yeah, I can see him fitting there too.
Aleister Black.
He burned his bridge with AEW, unfortunately. That's not happening.
He is so good.
Yeah.
I would like to know what happened. I would like to know, because like,
well, MJF kind of said it. He used the bridge to try to go back to the WWE. He used AEW as a bridge to, still be relevant and get them saying, "Hey, we made a mistake letting this guy go."
But he didn't want to lose, and that's probably why he didn't want to lose.
Yeah, because he wanted to stay and get really big in another big company and make WWE throw the bag at him for
that jump back. Besides like Punk and Cody, what are they doing?
None really.
What is Rusev doing?
Bro, they just got
mid card.
They call him Royce Keys, which I hate. I'm sorry, I know it means a lot to him. I hate that freaking name. Royce Keys is an awful name. Will Hobbs
was so
or
good.
Powerhouse Hobbs
was so good in AEW too. And Ray Phoenix is so good. I would say Penta. Penta's been incredible, and Penta is the one person I would say WWE books really well.
They put a lot of stock in him, man. Like, it's from his entrance. They really, really want this guy to be like the next Mysterio. Like, that's their next luchador.
Penta's the man. Penta's the man. Hey, we're talking about Rey Mysterios too. You watch Grande vs. Grande yet?
I didn't. I was going to.
Brother.
I saw like clips on TikTok, and it looks wild. So
The Undertaker's booking this shit. Who's booking this shit? It's The Undertaker.
Weird.
No, and then Rey Mysterio, who again, top 3 favorite all time for me, was on commentary. Please never again. Please. Never
yeah, there's people that should be on commentary, and there's people that should and shouldn't. Like, Jericho's a great wrestler that could go on commentary because he's proven that he's a great like color guy. But like, oh man,
oh my god, he's so funny. Dude.
Yeah.
But Rey Mysterio, I love him, but it was like it's like 4 moves later, and he's like, the great tradition. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, Ray? What are we? What are we?
We get it, man. You're a luchador.
The great luchador tradition. I'm like,
he was a Hurricane Rana. Oh, great tradition. It's like everybody does that now, man.
Like everything is a tradition, man. I know, but no, he was just not. And he'll get better. I'll give him the benefit. But I'll tell you that match, man. Chad Gable is maybe the most underrated person in WWE. Like, I hate to compare it. I hate it because I know everyone goes there. You have Kurt Angle on your roster.
Yeah.
And you want to make him Shorty G. You want to put him with Otis.
Oh, God.
You want to make him a comedy This dude is a legit wrestler. He's a legit badass. He's a great worker.
Yeah.
And he's believable because he's done it in real life. Like, Chad Gable to me is where they drop the ball on people like this so much that it's like, that's another guy that I'm like, when his contract was coming up, I'm like, oh my God, like, imagine Gable against
Will Ospreay,
Cesaro.
Or Will Ospreay, and him would fucking just tear the house
Claudio,
down.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Claudio in AEW. Imagine them, like,
they get,
for a 20-minute time.
Because they get the freedom to do whatever they want.
You know, like, we saw they took the chains off of Kaiser and Gable, and they
created magic.
I
mean, Gable was as good back in the gold days of NXT when him and Jason Jordan were like one of the most popular tag teams, and they were one of the best tag teams. Like, when they were American Alpha, man, that the hype train was behind them, and they were good. Like, they were so good. Like, I knew Chad Gable was good. It's just I hated the shit they did with him with the Shorty G stuff. It's
Shorty G, is he a joke?
It was Vince though, right? Like, he knew he was a great pro wrestler, but no, Vince is not about pro wrestling. He's about the gimmicks.
It's still TKO.
Yeah.
It's still TKO's doing.
Yeah.
I think TKO's doing a worse job.
Yeah. The stuff that comes around the Fed, sometimes I'm like, I'm looking at it just through my like timeline lens, just on Twitter. I'm like, hey, like, Vince has to be back, right? Like, this is like total Vince writing here. This is total Vince shit. Like, he's got to be somewhere in someone's ear, Michael Hayes, whoever back there, and is literally feeding him this crap. Because like, there's some of the stuff I see, I'm like, this is Vince. You can't argue with it. This is Vince McMahon.
Who else can we see like with the WWE releases? I really only think it's New Day.
Them and Morrissey Machine Guns will go to AEW 100%. They're gonna.
I don't think
they're
so.
a wrestling tag team. They've already been in TNA around. They don't need to go back.
True.
They're gonna go to WWE or they're gonna go to AEW. They're gonna have a bunch of classic matches and then call it a career because they're both old too. By the way, like they're getting down to the end of their career too, and they'd be a team to go have a lot of good top matches in AEW and brought off into the sunset eventually.
Who's the next AEW person to leave for WWE? I thought it was going to be Anna Jay. Her and,
weirdly enough, someone you're probably not thinking of because I thought it was going to be. Now that I hear they're going to sign Enzo, it's probably going to be Big Bill because they're not doing anything with him.
True.
And if he has a chance of getting Enzo and Cass back together, he's going to go over
he's
there.
7 feet tall.
They'll throw the bag at him to bring him over. Yeah, they'll throw the bag at him to bring him back.
That team was red hot.
Yeah.
You never put the belts on them ever. When they were red hot.
Yep.
Now you're gonna try it's
they'll be tag team
bringing
champions.
Enzo and Cass
100%.
back is like bringing a wrestling podcast that won awards back after 7 years.
Who does that?
Big Bill, whatever his name,
But like a big name,
Bill Goldberg.
Goldberg. Big name. Eventually, it'll be Mercedes. I think she'll go back. Eventually,
I think Bailey jumps over. I think.
Oh yeah, I mean, there were so many teases leading up to WrestleMania. Was it this year or last year's WrestleMania? Like I thought she was gonna walk out. To be honest, I thought she was like, nah, I'm walking out. I'm done.
My thing is like, if you're not Rhea Ripley or Io Sky or Liv Morgan, I feel like they don't give a shit about you much. Like, and that women's division's good. It's really good. And like, I didn't even touch on like AJ Lee came back, which was super cool and nostalgic. Now, and everyone, shits on her because, Paige is back. Like, it's cool to see these girls that were like part of this revolution get to enjoy the revolution a little bit. But at the top of the card, it's really Io and Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Like Tiffany Stratton feels like she's taken a little bit of a step.
Yeah, the flame behind her is kind of extinguished a little bit.
Yeah, like but
she's also like been criticized for sandbagging.
I understand Rhea. Rhea is every bit of the star you make her out to be. She's got the look. She's awesome in the ring. She's great at storytelling. She's unique. You know what I mean? And like, it's awesome. It's just everything about. But eventually, it's going to get to the big dog Roman Reigns, that John Cena level, where you're like, just stop. Like, you gave the belt to Jade for a little. Well, you took it off her, and then she loses.
It seems to be their problem, I think, in the Fed with WWE. I think that's like they hang on too long with someone who's hot, like to the point where it's like they didn't need to be extinguished. You just forced them down people's throats so much that it got to that point. It doesn't need to get to that point because then that's how you build new stars. They have a problem, I think, with building new stars.
They have a problem of repeating. Yeah. It's rinse and repeat. Like, listen, like Oba Femi, right? Beats Brock, then loses to Brock. Okay, he's going to win the third one, right? But don't do the whole retire.
He was crying. Like, what do you?
It burns out.
No.
It's Oba's momentum that took the.
This made no
sense.
Braun
Breaker can't stay healthy. They have these great young stars, right?
Yeah.
Why does everyone that has to retire have to face Gunther? And I like Gunther. Why does Now, so when you talk about the greatest wrestler of all time, are you going to say, well, he retired AJ and he retired Cena and he's going to retire Orton? Like, why is this such an accolade? It's forced, man. That's why I was so glad where Oba beat Brock. I'm like, holy shit, it wasn't Gunther. Now maybe it could be Gunther.
Yeah, now there's literally in Minnesota in SummerSlam. I may be a minority in this one. I know, obviously, with the way the Italy fans, they will cheer anybody. They cheer Brock Lesnar. I'm like, they're gonna cheer fucking everybody. But like, I'm tired. I'm the whole done with the Lesnar thing. That guy could literally please just retire at this point.
I'm done with the Lesnar thing.
What else does he have to do? Like, why is he still here?
And we know you don't really give a shit about.
Especially now, you're naming some lawsuits there, little buddy.
You're in for the money.
You're gonna need some soon.
I don't even know if he's just named. I don't think he's part of it.
He's been named in it.
He's back. Yeah, but he's not part of the suit, so he's.
Well, it may be part of the evidence that
he's
Vince
and
Nick Khan. Yeah, but Vince and Nick Khan just
destroyed
a bunch of evidence. Who knows if his name was in there or not?
Like, what the?
Oh, just-
I can't even be like, hey, Vince McMahon was a great guy. Look at all he gave us. And I'm like, damn, like, it's a double-edged sword. Thanks for pro wrestling, but you're the biggest piece of shit. Like,
Yeah.
Hogan, thank you for elevating the sport. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know? Pro wrestling's messy as shit. Like, let's be real.
The stuff they covered up. Just watch Dark Side of the Ring. You'll get what we're talking about.
I watched all
the Dark Side of the Rings. Oh God, yeah, those are. You
all
watch
of them.
those and you're like, Jesus Christ, how did they get away with half this shit? Like, God damn.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you how Vince covered up a
I
lot
know.
of the shit. If I throw money at it, it'll go away. And listen, we want to know what you guys want to hear us talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you want us to talk about a certain error, or
if like
or
some
fucking
went on
anything.
during the week and you really want to hear our thoughts on it and
Yeah,
our
like
wild
this
thoughts.
week it was like,
Wild thoughts.
it was awesome this week's because, you know, we had the Grande match.
Am I still like?
Ludwig took it over.
Am I still weird to think that it's a little treading the line a little bit there?
So it was.
Like-
So like when Chad Gable was starting it, it was supposed to, but when Ludwig,
Because neither of them are Mexican and they're both luchadors.
Yeah, but he can speak Spanish. He took it over, and it was more of an appreciation.
Okay.
Like he wasn't degrading the people, and that's when he is the biggest star in AAA right now. Like when he beats Dom for the belt. Also, shout out to Dom Mysterio. When we were doing Rant with Ant the first time, I'm like, yo, this kid stinks. Dom Mysterio is like awesome. He's
Yeah.
funny as shit in interviews too.
Oh yeah.
He's funny as shit. The whole prison Dom thing, that was gold. That
Yeah.
was gold.
No, they did a good job with him. He's really like coming to his own.
I know King of the Ring started. I don't even know who's in the bracket, if I'm being honest.
They're starting King of the Ring
King-
right now.
Yeah,
The same time as they started the
last-
Owen. That's fucked up.
They started today, I think.
Oh, okay.
On
Well, not really
Raw,
the same time.
because it was in Italy. The Owen's my favorite because it's for Owen, and Owen
Yeah.
was my favorite. So it's
I just love that that's a
love
tournament
a
that
good
leads
tournament.
like that's a tournament that leads to the winner getting a championship match at their biggest show of the year. What a perfect
Yeah.
way to do that. Like what a perfect way not to honor him, but it actually the tournament means something because the winner of the
it's
tournament
their Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
it's their Royal
basically
Rumble,
in a
yeah.
tournament style, and the winner gets a world title shot at their biggest show of the year all in. So like that's fantastic. That was perfect booking.
9 days from tonight.
Yeah.
9 days from tonight.
Giannis
9 days from the Greek freak.
Couldn't even say the
That's
damn
it.
word.
He's
He's
here.
so hype.
The best.
He was
the
so
best is like,
hype.
he's here. He's here. Yeah. Yeah. Tony, shout out to Tony Khan too, because on Elite POV, I would make fun of him a lot. He must have got media training because he's been on
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
of podcasts, and I'm like, wow, different person.
Yeah.
Good job. Good answer.
Well, I mean, he works for an
You know?
NFL team and like a different sports franchises. If you aren't taking advantage of the media training that those teams offer, like, what are we doing here?
It was-
Like, you have
it was
the.
bad for a while.
It was. I'll admit, as a big AW mark, it was. There's some things where I'm like, oh my god, please stop talking, Tony. Can we stop? Can we please stop?
Yeah, he's something special. I
Yeah.
like Tony Khan though. He's great for professional wrestling.
Because
He's
he loves
super,
pro
like-
wrestling. You hear all the freaking interviews of everyone who like says there's always a misconception with him. The guy actually cares about the talent and like will give you the freedom. If you bring an idea to him, he will say, "Fine, that's great. Go do it." And then if he has pointers for
Exactly.
it, if he has pointers for it, he'll be like, "Hey, I love the way you do this, but let's try this if you wanted to." Like he gives you those keys and makes you make it into your own. And like it was Paul White that said it in a recent podcast interview a couple of weeks ago, where he really described exactly what Tony's like and why he even signed with AEW is because the way Tony is as a not only a owner of a company, but as someone that is easy to talk to and you can go and talk to about anything. Like his door's always open and physically open if you want to learn, if you want to run ideas by him about your character and what you want to do. Like he is always open to it. So it's great that when you have someone like that running a massive company so that the talent
Yeah.
can be happy, right? And if
It's good to have two companies.
yeah. And that's not
I
for
do
everybody too, right? Because some wrestlers like more of
yeah.
a structure where they have writers telling them what to say and they have people telling them what to do. And that's where you go to the Fed. They have
You
that.
think you could tell me what to
Yeah.
do? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Suck it.
No, it's
Christ.
true. I think personally too. Poor New Japan.
Oh man, they're getting eaten
Hey.
alive, man. All their talent is like, yeah, I'm out of here.
I give it 18 months till Tony Khan owns New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I mean, it's either they sell it or they become an indie fed. Like they're not going to be as big as they were because all the good talent are leaving and they're being offered the bag elsewhere, and
they're actually being treated
yeah
as stars. I mean, even like Evil leaving for NXT, like that was a big blow. And dude, also like Andrade's killing it. I know he's wrestling in New Japan too, but Andrade since being back in AEW,
bounce back. Oh my God, he's living. I think I
wish he'd wear some pants though.
But that's all part of the gimmick. I love that I guarantee you they had a good sit down on his way in and really talked about what they could do with him, because this Andrade is definitely 100% way better than the Andrade that came in the first time. This one, he's embraced this like, I'm a fucking great looking
ladies man.
Yeah, and like they do all the things at ringside with the selfies and everything, and the crowd chants for him to take his pants off, like perfect. And then now look at it, it's led to him getting over and getting over in multiple companies where New Japan's like, okay, we love this thing and we want New Japan to be represented by this guy. And they gave him the global championship, which is wild.
Yeah, well, I mean, Andrade got started there.
Yeah.
Los Ingobernables de Japan.
Oh yeah.
Los
I can't say that word.
I used to be able to say it, right?
You did. You used to say it all the time when we were
EFEDing. I know, all the time. I can't say it anymore. I lost it.
Yeah.
I lost it. I have to get it back. So we're going to go to the segment. It's our final segment of the show where we let you guys ask some questions and we answer them. It is called Rant on Mr. Frets. Fretzelmania. Shout out to Frets, Wrestle Addict Radio. What's going on, man? If you could do a Canadian 2-for-2 trade between WWE and AEW wrestlers to work a short program before going back to their companies, one male, one female, who would it be? So I was going to say Mox because selfishly I want a Shield reunion because the Shield is my favorite faction of all time. I'm going to say I want Seth Rollins to be traded for Kenny Omega. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Kenny versus Roman, I feel like could just be one of those magic created like masterpiece matches where it's just
feed families.
And also Kenny versus Punk. We did not get that. I would like to see that. Then if you go on the other side, if you take Kenny out of it, unfortunately we don't get Rollins versus Kenny, but we get Rollins versus Ospreay.
And that's what everyone wants to see.
Swerve.
Yeah.
We get Rollins versus MJF.
Yeah.
We get Rollins versus Kyle Fletcher.
Yep.
We get Rollins
go down the list.
versus Takeshita.
Yeah, Okada. Like Okada and Rollins that never happened, right? There's so many dream matches that people fantasize about that they could have just doing a trade like that.
Female, I want Bayley in AEW, and from AEW to WWE, that's a tough one. Because Jade would have been my answer. Jade did jump. I
have my answer.
Ty's been there.
I'll give you mine, so maybe you'll agree with me.
Willow, yeah.
I would bring Willow over to WWE.
I don't think they would treat her right over there.
But like just for the fantasy match aspects, I think you could have some good matches over there with Willow. I think the fans would eat that shit up too.
Would be good in WWE? Julia Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she would fit WWE because she's a blonde.
Yeah.
And they love blondes. No, but I do think she would fit. But like, I don't. This is gonna say like I'm not shitting on WWE. I don't want any women going over to WWE. I mean, Deonna Purrazzo. There you go.
Oh my God, technically Ring of Honor, but yeah.
But I mean, she was signed for AEW. Deonna Purrazzo is my answer. Because she is one of my favorites. But yeah, no, Bayley to AEW would feed families.
My guy trade, I think, is what you said is Moxley over because I want to see the Shield reunion. I want to see the Shield triple threat match at WrestleMania that everyone would want and fantasized.
Who you sending over though from WWE?
Sending over, from what I can remember,
probably Rollins, right? Like you can't use Rollins.
It's tough because like it's almost like I want Moxley over there for the Shield stuff, but then I'd want Roman back the other way because of all the matches over there that he can have. But I think that definitely someone from the top. Man, it's tough. I'm thinking
there was an answer there was an answer that I would have done, but he retired.
Probably
it's
Drew.
AJ Styles. Drew's a great answer.
Yeah, probably Drew McIntyre because him with a lot of the people over there can have really good matches, and him and his promo style, like the way when he's a guy that benefits from being let loose and not scripted, because Drew McIntyre unscripted on Twitter is like the funniest guy in the universe, and he will if he translated that into promos unscripted, gold. So I think my guy going back would be Drew. Women, I said Willow that way. The other way, Rhea Ripley, hands down.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
That would be
like a good match would probably be, especially now because she's gaining a lot of traction and becoming like almost like AEW's version of a Rhea Ripley in a sense, just by her demeanor and stuff, is Tekla.
You know who else, like on a lower level, I would like to see? Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, man, I was so disappointed. I mean, I wasn't because I knew it was
because I saw him in MLW and he was unbelievable.
Like I knew because of the whole tribal and bloodline stuff that he was going to go there, but like if it wasn't for that, I think he would have fit like a glove in AEW. Like his wrestling style would just it would be awesome. I don't know if he'd be as big as the way he's being presented now, because they did a really good job with the way they presented him.
Well, it's because he was instantly over.
Yeah.
Like they brought him in as like a henchman for Solo, and they went, "Oh, they like him a lot more than Solo."
Yeah,
like this dude can wrestle, and he's believable, and he's a gangster. You know what I mean? Here's the next question. This is going to be a tough one. Woman's Mount Rushmore. I'm going to tell you who I think the greatest women's wrestler is.
Mount Rushmore is 4, right?
Yeah, it could be unpopular. Charlotte Flair is 1 for me.
Okay.
Who you picking?
Oh, we go 1-1, 2-2, 3-3.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Number 1, Trish Stratus.
Yep, and that was going to be my number 2 is Trish Stratus, just so what she did for the business. I know I'm not putting Nikki Bella as much as I love her. She's not one of the greatest. Who would you go with 2?
Number 2, that one's really tough, but I would have to say, man, because she had really good matches too. I know she became a manager, but her and Trish had really good. Like Lita is someone who but she only had good matches with Trish. Let me back that up. No, not Lita.
Yeah, I don't think Lita was the best.
Yeah, I would say Charlotte. Charlotte's a really good pick, and she's had a really good career. I hate her in the beginning. I don't know why. I absolutely hated her.
I mean, everyone did.
She's up there as like she's had an amazing career. She came out at a very good time where like women's pro wrestling was booming and they're getting out of the diva stuff. So
I have to go Bayley.
Number 3,
okay.
Okay.
In the ring, I think Bayley is the best women's wrestler in ring. Maybe Charlotte's a little smoother, but I think Bayley is more innovative and has opened a lot of doors to how they wrestle. Like right now, I think Io Sky is the best women's wrestler in the world, if I'm being honest. But I do think Bayley and Sasha opened that door. I was gonna say Becky because she was so over. The man was like stone cold for the women's division. And I might say Becky, but I have to put Bayley above her.
Yeah, I mean, my 3rd is Mercedes/Sasha Banks. Like that's for sure. So far I have Trish, Charlotte, and Sasha. My 4th, but I have like that could be a number of people. Bayley's a good one. Becky's a good one. I mean, even Paige is a really good wrestler. She was great in the beginning. She's a good one. I mean, you can even go as far as like, even if you want to go, I know it was a horrible era, but like Michelle McCool was really good during that era. Even Beth Phoenix, they both had like really good matches. It was during an era where no one was really watching, but like if you go back and watch those matches, like those matches were really good. They just were in a crappy era when no one gave a shit. So to me, that 4th spot is so tough.
Like we're doing it in ring, right? We're doing it in ring because like China was groundbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah, she kicked the shit out of men. She was doing
China
intergender wrestling before like it was even popular.
I'm gonna say this: if we're not doing just wrestling, you know what knocks Mercedes off my list is her promo ability.
Yeah,
the whole show's kind of been about promos.
Yeah,
and it's just I don't feel it, so I am gonna go. But like she's way better than Becky in the ring, in my opinion. But I'm gonna go Becky. I think Becky has to be on your Mount Rushmore just because.
Oh,
dude, she made the women main event WrestleMania.
I have a good 4th.
She was the catalyst for that.
I do have a good 4th.
Who you got?
Asuka.
Asuka was great.
Yeah. She killed it in NXT, and then she killed it on the main roster. She's one of those girls who was there at the perfect time when like that women's revolution was starting, and her matches in NXT, like all of them were absolutely incredible. Like she killed in NXT so much. They did that whole like flower thing and like gave her flowers and had the whole like roster. Like they didn't do that for everybody. They only did that for a certain few people, and they did it for her.
You want to
because
know why I like Asuka? Because she broke Bill Goldberg's record. Bill Goldberg only beat 42 people. They said he beat.
And then followed up by burying her at WrestleMania 34, the one I was at.
Yeah. I think right now, women's wrestling has the best women's wrestlers we've ever seen right now. I really do.
Oh, Natty's up there too as a good one. I know everyone, that's not her cup of tea.
Don't ever say Natty on my show again. The Queen of Sharks, Natty Neidhart.
I mean,
they gave her a farting gimmick. They gave Owen Hart's niece a farting gimmick.
But like, I love the blood sport. This blood. If they had given her this blood sport gimmick, if they had given her this blood sport gimmick years ago, I think it should have been huge.
It was like puke. He's gonna puke. But it was, she's gonna fart.
Moxley. That Moxley Jericho podcast, I go back and listen to every so now and then because it's the greatest episode I've ever heard of Talk is Jericho.
No, Talking Shop.
No, Talking Shop. Besides Talking Shop, the Moxley interview was the best. Just him like doing the Vince impressions and like just absolutely ripping all the writers apart and everything. That was just perfect. Such a great episode.
And just like that, like an hour and 20 minutes just went by.
Wow.
That's crazy. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the new Rant with Ant. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit of time to get our swagger back, fill things out. I think we did all right. I think we did pretty good. Listen, I don't think it was like the greatest show we've ever done, but I don't think it was the worst. And that's a stepping stone.
Hey, we didn't sit here and review Raw, SmackDown, and AEW back to back to back and go over every move that we just saw. You guys just saw.
We had a real conversation that we would have any other night. And that's what we want. We want it to feel like you're sitting
at a bar
in the room with us.
We're at a bar,
just bullshitting
we're at a table
about the graps.
Yeah, the graps.
I hate when people. But honestly, let us know what you guys want to hear.
Yeah.
The commercials are fun. We're gonna do fun shit like that. We will be talking about serious shit as we did earlier. We do take wrestling serious, and we're a fandom, so we're gonna talk about it like we love it. We're not gonna sit here and shit on everything. And there's no tribalism here.
No.
Like. Both companies do some stupid shit. Both companies do some great shit. Right now, I feel like we're catching AEW with lightning in the bottle. I think this is one of their... They get hot, and I think right now they're hot.
Oh, yeah.
I will say Dynamite wasn't the easiest watch last week, and it sucks because it was in Philly. I'm kind of happy because I didn't go, and I wanted to, but it wasn't the best episode. And I do think AEW still sticks that woman in the 920 slot, and I think it's bullshit, personally.
They really like that freaking numbers, man. They really like the weird numbers. Yep. When it comes to like the weird demographic numbers, they're really weird about like sticking to it and saying, no, we're going by this.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing.
The demographic says so. We're going with it.
Yeah, exactly. It hasn't changed.
Like, or they can open the show. How about that?
Right? Like, give us something.
I'm watching at 920. Right? I'm in that demographic.
But their pay-per-views, their pay-per-view matches were sick.
Oh, that's the one thing I'll quickly say before we end the show. You get your money's worth going to an AEW pay-per-view. If you pay for a ticket, you are going and getting your money's worth for a wrestling show. You're getting at least 10 matches minimum. You're getting a shit ton of wrestling. You're not going for a 5-match pay-per-view that's like literally commercial filled, and you're watching the commercials on the Jumbotron, which is
I
wild
couldn't
work.
do Mania Night 1.
Did you see those clips of people in the arena just like videotaping the ads that are happening on the Jumbotron?
If I saw one more Hogan, like I don't
oh my
like
God,
Hogan.
they pushed that down our throats. That was wild.
Like, stop showing it.
We're sitting there who paid thousands of dollars for tickets, watching an ad on a Jumbotron. We've been to AEW shows. There's no commercials. They're like match and into the next match.
Yeah, you don't even have time to take a piss.
No.
That's my problem there. Yeah. It's like, give me something to cool off. You know what I mean?
You just wait for Orange Cassidy to come on screen. You're like, all right, I'm going pee.
I did. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I still don't like Orange Cassidy, unfortunately. Yeah. So guys, let us know what you want to hear. Make sure you interact with us. Rant with Ant on Instagram. Rant with Ant Pod on YouTube. Rant with Ant Pod on X or Twitter. Please come chat with us. Subscribe. We're on Apple, Spotify. Yes. We're on all of the places you get your podcasts, except Amazon Music doesn't think we exist. I
Weird.
don't know why. Kyle, any last words besides bald?
Bald. I mean, I am bald, but this is factual.
Yeah.
No, this is fun,
lie.
guys. Again, like what Anthony said here. Oh my God, I said your full gov name.
Anthony.
Yeah, but
Anthony Edwards said here, like, Jesus Christ.
Listen, Anthony.
Kyle John.
Whoops. No, this is gonna be fun, guys. We're in for a wild ride here. It's gonna get funnier. It's gonna get more serious. It's gonna get just an absolute good time. Like he said,
More raw.
it's gonna be good shit. But it's gonna it's just gonna be like a couple of guys or girls, doesn't matter. Just if we're all sitting at a bar together at the table, drinking and talking wrestling. It's basically what we want it to be. Have fun with it.
Yep. And if you're sitting at your table, I just want you to do one thing. Acknowledge me as the head of the table, and thank you for keeping wrestling real.